guys? Back another video. We're gonna start a 7-day cutting series, trying to see if I can get incredible shape in 7 days. For one, why? Why am I doing this? Well, I actually have a wedding in about a month. It's not my wedding, but I have a wedding that I'll be attending. And I had my suit tailored to my physique about 7 months ago when I was competing. And I took my competitive measurements to fit that suit. 7 months later, I'm not that weight and I'm not in that shape and that suit doesn't fit me. So I have to get in shape now if I want to partake in the wedding so that I can fit in the suit that I paid for. Otherwise, I'll pay for another suit and I don't want to do that. So do I lose 15 pounds or do I pay for another suit? Let's lose 15 pounds. So we're just going to go ahead and slam the next week. It's probably going to be a month journey, but the week specifically, this is the beginning, this is the start. This is going to be 7 days of just hell and torture. Trying to just kickstart this journey of getting back in not necessarily shape, but just literally taking enough pounds off to fit in the suit that I measured for my physique when I was lighter about 7 months ago. So we're going to do a little physique update. Just bear in mind that, we're not really doing a lot of cardio and stuff, but we're going to change that. We're going to change that. So no excuses. Let's get into it. Quick physique update. Let's go. All right. So what we're looking at, this is kind of where we're at. Quick little look. So might as well hit some poses. Why not? All right, that's where we're at. Not horrible. I work out, I stay in shape, relatively in shape. So the starting point is not that bad, but we have some work to do, obviously. So we are having our morning coffee and gonna go and do an hour of cardio downstairs. So I'm going from essentially not really focusing a lot of cardio to now adding an hour of cardio a day, because why not? I will reveal the diet a bit later towards the end of the week, but we're just gonna start. Gonna start posting, gonna start tracking, gonna start keeping up to date with the journey. So first things first, cardio. Let's get it. Okay. We are now crossing the 50-minute mark of morning cardio, and I'm just gonna jump right into it. I never exactly jumped into, I guess, a cut. I've always kind of leaned into it, starting with 10 minutes of cardio, bump it up the next week, just kind of gradually increasing numbers instead of just diving into the deep end week one. And I do think that is the better approach. I think if anyone is interested in fat loss, definitely gradually increase the numbers in terms of cardio, gradually decrease the calories, gradually switch your fuel. You should never do anything completely cold turkey from one day literally to the next. So you should never go from a bad diet of fast food and whatever to just going to broccoli and chicken. I think you need to probably work on switching your carb sources, probably working on maybe better habits, not eating before 7. So slowly adding things and then progressively over time, you'll learn to tolerate it. I think it's more so mental. Mentally, it's hard to just go from doing one thing, example, a bad diet on a Monday, to then just eating clean, doing all the super right stuff the very next day. Because usually that is a recipe for failure. Because a lot of people do that based off just motivation and not necessarily the fact that they've built the discipline and consistency. And if you don't have that discipline and consistency, then you're not going to win, you're not going to succeed. For me now, I've been competing for a couple years, I've been in shape before. I'm just going to say, forget about it. I'm just going to switch it. I'm going to go from what I've been doing, which is not much of anything, to just kind of going into I guess what would be a prep? I'm not prepping, there's no show, I'm just trying to get in shape. I've never been the guy to just be in shape for the sake of being in shape, but no one told me to take measurements when I was, a week out of a show or something, at that current weight for a wedding, having to fit in that suit. I don't know, but it's a challenge. I have something to work towards. So every morning we're doing cardio. I'm switching from what I would consider, it's not really bad food, but switching from better sources of the same food. For example, I do a lot of white rice. I'm just gonna do potatoes. I do some beef. I'm just gonna go to chicken. And I do whole eggs. For example, 5 whole eggs in the morning. Instead of doing 5, maybe do 2 whole and 3 white. So just cleaning up the diet quite a bit actually. No sugar, no little miscellaneous peanut butter before bed. Really just clean everything up and be consistent with the cardio and bump up the training. I think we can all benefit from training harder. Training harder doesn't mean lifting heavier weight. I've never gone to heavier weight and identified that as I'm training harder. Harder in terms of my intensity in the gym, how long I'm doing a set, what does the reps look like, what is my tempo, what is my exercises of choice. Am I rushing the weight training session just to get out of the gym? Maybe I can spend a bit more time doing another exercise or doing a 4th set instead of doing 3 sets. So just kind of fine-tuning things to make sure that everything is as perfect as I can control it. My job is to control as many variables as possible within my day-to-day in order to align myself perfectly to get the results that I'm looking for. Woke up this morning, had a great cup of coffee, getting in an hour of cardio. I have my first meal, which, like I said, at the end of the week, I'll kind of get more into the diet side of things in the meals. And then I kind of have my day schedule in terms of what I need to do. And later on, go to the gym and train. So this is just like a complex gym. I'm just using this for the purpose of cardio. But when I want to train, I actually go to my gym. I do own a gym, you guys. We'll see a little bit of that in this evening's video. But we're about to wrap up here, and I'm gonna get into meal 1. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this series. Am I gonna show all my meals? Am I going to, I don't know, just show the workout portion of things? I'm just going to record, and whatever I end up recording is what's gonna be viewed by you guys. So we're pretty much done with our cardio, and that was actually pretty good. As you can see, a good sweat has been built up. Feel great. It's actually been a while since I woke up and just kind of went for a run or sweat or anything of the sort. But yeah, food time. Okay, no, I'm wearing what looks like the same tank top. I have multiple tank tops of the same color, so I showered. Yes, I did shower. I just wore the same type of tank top back. My hair's washed, just chill. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about me and just kind of reintroduce like myself and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Number 1, competitive natural bodybuilder, been natural for my entire life, never taken a steroid, never have. Most likely never will until the day comes where the doctor prescribes me, if that ever does happen. In terms of my own efforts, I enjoy training, I enjoy being natural, I will always be natural, and I don't see myself going to the dark side ever. Why? Because I don't care for it. I don't care to be hyper muscular beyond what I already have. I don't aspire to be some competitive IFBB pro. I don't care to be some larger than life rock character just walking around in the supermarket and having people check me out saying, whoa, I don't care about turning heads. I just want to look good and feel good. So that's number 1. Number 2, looking good and feeling good. I competed last year. My first show back in 9 years. I competed in the past, long time ago. Earned my pro card at the age of 21. Made my pro debut the year after that at 22 years old, won that. Made my comeback 9 years from that point, which was last year, to win that show as well. And just trying to get back into fitness, trying to get back into what I love about bodybuilding specifically. I feel like I lost that part of myself quite a few years ago, just based off of what was going on and my mentality at the time. And I just kind of lost me. I lost who I was. I lost the reason why I enjoy this discipline so much. And my entire 2024 was trying to discover that again, discover me again, get back to a feeling of normalcy, remembering me and who I am and what I'm about. And I found that. It took a show to do it, but within a prep, it brings out discipline, it brings out consistency. It will break you down, it will make you cry, it will make you question everything, it will force you to think and come up with solutions that you probably otherwise wouldn't, because your usual day-to-day is very comfortable. When you put yourself in a very uncomfortable position, like restricting calories and doing hours of cardio a day and just being on this strict regimen for weeks and weeks and weeks, and you get to a point to where you're about to break mentally, like you're crying to friends, and it's just like, this is very difficult. Like, you know, you peel back the layers of who you really are. You have to peel back yourself. You have to remove maybe portions of your ego or portions of what you're about to really identify you, so that you can talk to yourself to get through this process. Although there's people that are involved to where they support you on the prep, is very much you. And if you are not in line with yourself, then there's nowhere you're gonna look your best on that day. And I had to figure a lot of that out. I had to figure out myself, and I had to rediscover my fitness. I had to rediscover my passion, did everything. Back, love working out, love bodybuilding. And I do have aspirations to compete again in the future. I am gonna try to requalify as a pro again, naturally, and go for another world title. So that'd be pretty cool. But as of right now, I do wanna just be in shape. I've never been the guy that's walking around that just has abs for the purpose of having abs. I've only ever really been in shape for the purpose of competition, for the purpose of competing on stage. And I don't think that's the right way to go about things. I think overall, the stage should be an extension of who you are. The stage should be a byproduct of just a lifestyle you already live. And I don't think it's, you know, a good feeling thing to just only be in shape when you're either on prep or on stage or competing. I want to be in shape all the time. At least at this point in my life, I care about more so feeling good, and looking good is a part of feeling good. If I feel good about how I look, then I will feel better about me. And I'm just interested in doing that. I'm interested in that feeling and maintaining that feeling a bit longer. At this point, I don't aspire to build a massive amount of muscle beyond what I already have. I mean, of course, I want to improve my chest, my back thickness, of course. Who doesn't want bigger legs? Like, the bodybuilder in me will always want to improve and progress. But I just think, you know, when you kind of understand yourself and understand your life, you can make better choices of what you really want to do. For me, I don't have a lot of competing left inside of me. I don't have a lot of shows that I desire to do beyond requalifying as a pro and going for another world title. And hopefully leaving this sport undefeated, because as of right now, I am undefeated. And that's just kind of where I'm at with bodybuilding. Like, once I achieve those things, then I'm done. Beyond that, the next 5 to 10 to 15, 20, 40 years, whatever, yeah, I want to be more so in shape. I don't want to be this bulky kind of, you know, you're in shape, but you have like excess body fat. You can't really see the abs too well. Like, you're in this point to where, like, yeah, you look good in a tank top, you look good in your clothes, but you can't really, like, you know, flex the abs like that because you don't really have it because you're kind of bulking or whatever. I just want to kind of get rid of that. So this kind of process here, the next week and additional to the next month, it's just kind of me finding a way to get into that lifestyle of just being fit for the sake of feeling good about it. I don't really care about showing off. I don't really care about flaunting what I have. I want to get in shape for me, and I want to maintain being in shape for me. And it's just an interest of mine in terms of, I remember how I felt during my prep last year. And it's a feeling that I haven't had in a while. but I remember how good I felt. And I remember even weeks before, 7 weeks out, I was nowhere near competition shape 7 weeks out, but I just felt good about me and how I looked and what I was doing. And if I had a choice of would I rather live in that body, let's say like a 7 week out body on a day-to-day basis, versus this, which is not bad, 100% get it. My look right now is not bad. In terms of me and my preference and what I desire, that last year look, not the stage, the last year, like I said, between the 6 to 8 week out range, very maintainable. I wasn't pushing anything in terms of cardio or crashing my carbs to zero at that point, but it was still a really good look that I think I can maintain for the long term. That's not going to disrupt my life. That's not going to interfere with my participation in, let's say, I don't know, birthdays or events or whatever. It's a good little medium point to where you can live, enjoy yourself, and also have the physique you want. So that's really what this is more so about for me, this process in starting this. And that's what we're gonna do. In terms of a show, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do it this year or next year. There are shows this year that I could jump in to try to get that pro card. But like I said, I don't have a lot of competitive bodybuilding shows in me. And I do want to make sure that when I compete again, it's a drastic change from what I presented with my last show versus what I can achieve in the future. And I just want enough time to make sure that I can add either the quality of the muscle or more time in terms of understanding how I can bring in better conditioning. Because being natural, I'm not going to make a 10-pound stage weight jump from year to year. I'm not going to make drastic improvements to my chest and back thickness in a couple months and then just hop back on a prep. Like when you're doing things naturally, you need to take potentially years off to see minor improvements. Like you're not really going to see big leaps in your physique. But at the same time, I don't want to wait 5 years to compete either. So for now, the goal is literally let's get in shape. Let's do that part and let's get in shape. We're going to do that for the next couple 7 days, and beyond that point, we're gonna be working on that. And we're gonna just focus on us and focus on what we need to feel good about how we look. And once we can do that, then we can prioritize, okay, getting on stage, and when we do that, and at that point as well, you know, what is my comfort level in terms of what I wanna do with a show? I don't know, like I gotta focus on one thing at a time. Let's get in shape. So training tonight, I'll probably post this as just a standalone introduction video, but I'll be training a bit later. I'm going to try to record the entire session. Today is chest day, like the weakest body part of the boy, chest day. And I just want to make sure I keep the consistency of just, you know, pushing the weights and pushing volume. I don't do well when I take, like, for example, hitting chest only once a week. I try to do my chest twice a week. You know, if I do chest on like a Monday, today's Monday, if I do chest on like a Monday, and let's say by Wednesday or Thursday, I could hit chest again, it's fresh. But I only hit chest once a week, so I have to wait next week, Monday, to do chest again. I don't find that to be the best approach. I find it to be the very next day or the moment that my chest is no longer sore. Like if it's sore on, I train it on Monday, obviously. So it's sore on Tuesday, sore on Wednesday, but that Thursday, if that Thursday comes and my chest is ready, hit it. Just hit it. Never give the muscle a moment to get cold. Don't make it get cold and don't make it stay cold. Keep it pumping, keep it sore. That's just how I train, and that's worked very well for me. So my chest was a little sore yesterday. Today is good enough to push again, and that's what we're gonna do. So thank you for watching this video. Make sure you tune in for the workout portion of things, and just tune in every day. We're just gonna keep the ball rolling on this, and making sure we're making the progress so that we can achieve our goals. It's very important. Quick video. Hope you enjoyed. Like, share, comment. Like I said, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.